Pandas. Good morning, my pandas. Welcome to my stream. I'm glad that you guys can join us today on this Friday. Today's Friday. It doesn't make a difference. Every single day is going to be the same. We're going to get our bamboo. Let's go, baby. Pandas. What a move overnight that we had. And yeah, I definitely took advantage of this big move here in the overnight session. And as you can see, I'm up $5,000 on my Apex challenge. Overall, I'm up around $6,000. And you can see my progress in the top left. And yeah, I'm not going to lie, pandas. I'm not going to lie, I got chopped up here. I actually got chopped up here. I really thought we were going to be in a trading range and come back down to the bottom. I got pretty chopped up here. I'm not going to lie, pandas. And but overnight, I took this big move and was able to capitalize on it. And now we're up 6,000 on this challenge, pandas. I mean, it's just what it is. It is what it is. And you can see my progress on the top left of your screen. And that means I have about $3,000 more to go for this challenge to finish. I am more than halfway there. And yeah, I'm getting closer and closer. It's just a matter of time, pandas, till we get there. Just a matter of time. And we got a nice 5K move here. And yeah, I mentioned in the Discord that we were gonna move big. Well, not big, but I said we're gonna look for 10 points beyond this blue line. This blue line here was yesterday's high, and the reason why this blue line is important because on the daily, this blue line would have been right here where this purple line is. This is yesterday's. This is the daily chart. This is yesterday, and you can see here it looks crazy, and you might not even notice it if you don't have the indicator, but it's a two-legged pullback. A, B, C. Two-legged pullback with a higher low off of the trend line, and we can see here the moment it breaks above yesterday's high, we can see that the second entry triggers here. Second entry triggers right here. You can see with a dark green 5. It's a dark green number, and let me see if I can separate the space so you can see. Create extra large margin for you guys here. That's a little better. The margins are a little better, are bigger, and so you can see it's not as close. But the moment we broke yesterday's high, I mentioned on the two-legged pullback Discord that look for 10 points because a 10-point move is typically a daily scalp, and so we did have a nice 10-point move. In fact, we had more than a 10-point move. Let me see actually how big this move was. 47.06. Almost a 20-point move, but not quite there. About an 18-point move, 17-point move. And not only that, the best part is that we actually got a trap on the 2K chart with that move. Right, 1, 2, 3 failures, and then finally we break down and this fails, reverses, and this is a two-legged pullback, pandas. A, B, C, two-legged pullback, and it makes a failed second entry short and bounces off, and with that trap we get this huge move, and I was able to capitalize on this large move here. Pandas, my pandas. We're up $6,000 on the actual challenge though, and we are gonna get our bamboo today. We're getting our bamboo. As you guys are joining, let me say good morning to a couple of my pandas here. Roberto F, good morning. Aaron Korn, good morning. I actually my computer was a little janky when I first started, so I had to actually restart my computer and restart the stream, and so I might have lost some of you guys on the other stream, but yeah, we're starting back up again. Good morning, Bernadette. Happy Friday. Yes, thank you, thank you. Power Trader from LA. Beach Bum. Good morning from NC. Enzo Garo. I hope we get another big move today. This time I'm catching it. Let's go, baby. Let's get our bamboo. Kevin Mack. Good morning from Louisville, Kentucky. If you guys are just joining, make sure you drop a GM in the chat with your location. And it helps me to get to know you guys a little bit better, too. I love to hear and see you guys talk and answer your questions and have some feedback. A little back and forth, you know, a little interaction, engagement here is nice always. I love engaging with the community here. Black Beauty Machine, we here. I've never seen this name before. I don't think. If this is your first time, thanks for joining the stream. If you've been lurking, it's the first time chatting, then I do appreciate you joining our chat and engaging with us. Do appreciate it. Few paper cuts. Good morning. Power Trader 5K bamboo, easy peasy, easy money. Let's go, baby. Yeah, I mentioned in Discord that we had a two-legged pullback happening on the daily, and I was looking for 10 points, and hopefully those in the Discord were able to capitalize on that 10 points with me. And a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, this is fake. You know, he's not trading. There's no way he can make $5,000." Hey, the Apex evaluation rhythmic software does not lie, and it's up there in the top left of your screen. You can see my actual progress here. Coach Mose, good morning from Tucson, Arizona. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Aid, good morning. Says, sorry, I could have tried harder at end of yesterday's stream to get you to be looking long, not short for that 27-point short covering rally. Yeah, try harder next time, man. I missed it because of you. I'm just joking. I mean, yesterday's stream, if you guys remember, I was like beating myself up. I was pretty upset because basically when we hit the bottom of the trading range, I knew we were going to bounce up. And I marked yesterday's, I marked it on the stream yesterday. Where is it on the daily here? Sorry, I gotta look in here. 46, 71, 75. If you guys remember on stream, I had this line here on the stream saying that this was the bottom of the daily trading range. And I was looking for the trap. And I remember I got so upset because, man, the trap should have triggered right here. As in, we should have got a second entry short. But rather, this one bar here, this bar where the 3 is, that actually was an outside bar reversal, actually triggering the second entry short, making it a trap. And I wanted to enter it right. I wanted to enter the trade right there at the break of that high. But I remember I was saying I wanted a technical trap here before the swing. And did I not call it, Pandas? I called this swing here, beginning of the stream, saying I really wanted this swing, but I had this at the time I had this this trend line, so I was like, I like this swing a lot because I like the price action, right? This exhaustive move, lower highs, and this trap triggering here with the two-legged pullback after that trap triggering. And I really like this signal bar, and I said, man, this swing could be a really good swing here. And I mentioned that we could come back right to the bottom of the trading range. And ended up, lo and behold, that actually did happen. And I remember when it bounced off here, I said, this is another good swing here, but unfortunately couldn't take it because the outside bar reversal didn't allow me to enter, and I really wanted that second entry short so I can get that trap. But this is actually a second entry short trap trade here, and I mentioned that during stream while it was happening, and I just missed it. But it's all good, Pandas. You know, we sit on our pause, and we end up getting this move anyways, so I'm not too sad about that. We end up getting some bamboo for us. Roberto S has just bought the trading range indicator. I hope it's helpful for you. Pandas, my pandas, welcome to the stream. Glad that you guys can join us. Nanu says it's struggling. Ooh, we're getting a nice little move up. And interesting here. We got a little trap on the 10K chart happening here. A little trap here, actually. It does give us a nice little burst up. Going back to yesterday's close. Daily chart being a little tricky here, creating a huge doji bar. Sitting on my pause though. I mean, when you get a big move like this, you're thinking like, right, break a trend to new low. But you can see that the new low attempt fails here. Right? It tries to make a new low, but ends up making an entire two-legged pullback. And actually makes a second entry, fails, and then reverses. And then this little downtrend actually makes a break a trend to new low. And from here, we see a reversal here. And with this trap trade, it actually does reverse, but then actually comes back and then finally does reverse after a pullback. Tricky stuff. I'll say right now, this is pretty tricky because with this trap here, if I was seeing this live, I would have been tempted to go short there, pandas, because we would have tried to attempt to make a new low. And you're thinking with this trap, we're trying to make a new low here, but it doesn't happen actually. This trap fails and does make the new low later. Actually, it doesn't actually make a new low from this pivot low. It makes a new low from this swing down, right? These two legs down, two legs up, two legs down. And so you can see the market moving in twos here beautifully. So you got market moving two here, A, B, C, right? That two-legged move is done, and so it reverses with the second entry. Now this two-legged move, A, B, C. This is actually a little tricky, but it's actually two-legged move like this. A, B, C, right? But also A, B, C, right? Two-legged moves. Another two-legged move, A, B, C. So we got all these two-legged moves. This is why we look for the two-legged pullback. Because after the two-legged pullback, we see that the market finishes the move here. And we see a two-legged pullback here, but failure reverses, makes a perfect scalp. Tricky market though, in my opinion right now. Right now we are in the uptrend, but in my opinion, this could be a trading range. We can see with the trading range indicator, right? We have 1, 2, 3 hits, and if we reverse here, we could get a nice reversal back to the bottom of this trading range. But we shall wait. We shall see. Something that does, in a sense, concern me, not concern me, but makes me not want to go short is the fact that we had a failure here. This is not a magenta box failure, but it's still a failure in terms of price action. A, B, C makes less than 2 points and then reverses, traps out. Traders, swing traders right here. Swing traders who thought that this was going to be some sort of type of measure move, right? So they're thinking, okay, we see a big push down. We're looking for a measure move, and we think this trade is worth the risk here. This basically two-legged pullback, A, B, C, looking for a measure move to down here, and reverses on them, and they get stopped out. So swing traders get stopped out here. Scalpers were able to make money, but the swing traders get stopped out. How do I know that? Because I have done that before. It has happened to me. Now we have our own little two-legged pullback here. A, B, C. Everyone asking, where did I make my $5,000? I already mentioned early in the stream. You guys can rewind, but I'll recap it because you guys are just joining in. As you guys are joining in, make sure you guys scalp that like button. Also, drop a GM in the chat, but my 5K trade overnight was this trade here. And I can mention it again, it's going to take a few minutes, but it might be worth it. Simple, two-legged pullback, A, B, C by one tick right here. Failure, reverse. Right. This is where we want to enter. two-legged pullback, right? Fail second entry short. You can easily see it with the two-legged pullback indicator with the magenta box, right? That this was a trap. We see the trap trigger the moment it breaks the previous candle's high. So where did I enter? I entered right here on this blue line. This blue line here represents yesterday's high, and it's a native indicator on NinjaTrader, and I always have it on, right? The blue line is yesterday's high. This is yesterday's close. This red line, or this light red line, and the red line here is yesterday's low, and we can see that the moment we broke above yesterday's high, it makes a burst up. And I mentioned on the two-legged pullback Discord, if we break yesterday's high, we are looking for 10 points. We are looking for at least 10 points. Why do I say that? Because on the daily, we had a two-legged pullback. A, B, C, two-legged pullback. You can see clearly. Maybe I should make these things bigger for you guys to see. See that we have a two-legged pullback here. You can see easily with the indicator again, dark green number. It's a two-legged pullback. I can draw it out for us. 2 pushes down, 1 push down, 2 pushes down off of our channel here that we've created from this spiking channel. A while back, way back here, we created this channel. Just been in it ever since. And we bounced off of it with the strong bull bar, good signal, beautiful signal bar. And I said that if we break yesterday's high, which is right here, this is yesterday's bar, we broke yesterday's high, we would trigger the second entry long, and we should look for 10 points at least. And so I mentioned that in the Discord, and hopefully some of you guys were able to capitalize on that. But that was a 5K trade. Beautiful trade in my opinion. I thought it was worth it here. I thought it was really worth it, especially with this trap. You know, you got small risk, big reward. Small risk, big reward here. My pandas, and that was my 5K trade. So for people who are seeing my progress, you can verify on the top left of your screen that yes, this was actual trade, and I actually did take it on this account, and we are about $6,000 in into our Apex evaluation. Only $3,000 more pandas to pass. Let's go, baby. $3,000 more pass. This trade here. And you can look at the, anyone on Discord can verify that I already mentioned. I mentioned that before it triggered. I mentioned it while it was like bubbling over here, saying that if we break yesterday's high, we will be triggering our second entry long on a daily. Look for 10 points. Just watching, trying to figure out what's happening here. We do have a trading range here. About to start in about 6 minutes. Pandas, my pandas. Make sure you guys fill out that poll. Most of you guys are, it's pretty tied between bull and trading range day today. Ending the poll. By the way, the pinned message on the chat right now, if you're just joining the stream, if you've never been here before, I'm Bye Money. Welcome to my stream. Welcome to my journey of getting a $150,000 funded account by Apex Funded Traders. And the way to get it, you need to first pass the evaluation. And this is my journey passing the evaluation. And you can see in the top left of your screen my journey, my progress so far. And it also tells you my goal, and also the basically the way to fail is if you get a $5,000 trailing drawdown. And boy, boy, I can't wait till that trailing drawdown disappears. Because when you get the actual funded account, you don't have that trailing drawdown anymore. You get a static drawdown in the initial capital. Pandas, my pandas. We're going to get that Apex evaluation. Trading only one single instrument. The ES, the E-mini, the S&P futures, the most liquid market in the universe, whatever you want to call it. It's a Super Bowl of trading. We trade it here every single day at 9 a.m. Eastern time. Welcome to the stream, my pandas. I'm bye-bye money. When I say bye-bye money, I'm not talking to myself. It's not directed to me when I say bye-bye money. We trade only one single pattern here. One single setup. The two-legged pullback. We find this in key areas such as moving averages. Moving averages, trend lines, channels. Two-legged pullback right here off the 20 MA. Right, the moving average here. But to find this in key areas, because in the right context, it's greater than 90% probability to make 1 point on the E-mini. If you like more details about the setup, you can look at the description below, and you can find a playlist going over details of the two-legged pullback. Also on this stream, I am the only panda who trades the two-legged pullback live in front of thousands of people. Scalping the two-legged pullback, sometimes swinging it. We trade it here live. Getting our bamboo every single day. Let's go, baby. And when we trade the two-legged pullback, it's a pure price action setup, and so we like to read price action on this stream. We have on screen the trading range indicator that uses pure price action to mark these trading ranges. Also, the two-legged pullback indicator, you can see all these numbers automatically counting all legs for us, identifying second entries for us. You can see with the dark green and dark red numbers. And for those who do not know how to read the indicator, just look at the right of the screen. You can see that if it's a dark red or dark green number, it's a second entry. Dark green, second entry long, dark red, second entry short. And you can see if the upcoming reversal hits this diamond is always placed where you would enter into the trade. Right, and the moment this candle's done, you can see this diamond is going to move down one tick above this candle because this becomes a new signal bar. And when this becomes a signal bar, you'll see the super signal move down here. And it's exactly where you want to place your trade if you were to enter it. And so we have a two-legged pullback, and this is why it's a dark green number, A, B, C, right off the 20 EMA. But we are also at the top of this trading range, making right breakout trend to new high. We're actually looking for a reversal trade back to the bottom of this trading range right here, pandas. And this is what I'm looking for. I'm actually looking for a reversal here. I'm not looking to go long here because we had a breakout trend to new high, and we're hitting our heads on top of the trading range. And let's see if the market is nice enough to actually trigger for us a second entry so we can enter short on the trap here. It might happen on the market open. Market opens in about 30 seconds here, pandas. Let's go, baby. Let's get our bamboo. We're getting our bamboo today, pandas. Already up 5,000. Feeling pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Getting closer and closer to that Apex evaluation. Finishing it up. And then we will move to the actual funded account. Market's about to open in 16 seconds. Actually, about 10 seconds. We do trigger that second entry long. We're looking for a second entry short here, pandas. And that trap is gone. But this could still reverse here. I may be still interested in going short here. If we do get a nice signal bar. Market just opened. We do get a nice little scalp here off that 20 EMA. And hitting our heads on the top of the trading range again. We're above the 20 EMA here. So it's a little scary to go short here. But this is the place where you would want to go short to get back to the bottom of the trading range if you're going to take this. You can swing this to the bottom here with a small risk. I may swing this though, but I don't want to be too confident here, pandas. I'm going to sit on my pause. If this was an actual trap, I would take it, but this is actually broke above the 20 MA, making a scalp for the bulls, right? Showing us some conflicting information here right now, Right, we should be bouncing off the top of the trading range back to the bottom of the trading range, which looks like it's going to happen now. Like I mentioned, this is the place where you want to reverse it. And I just sat on my pause though. I sat on my pause. You can reverse it back to the bottom of the trading range. And I wish it was a magenta box. I wish it was a magenta box, but it wasn't. We make it the magenta box here. Now, maybe interested in going short here, pandas. Maybe interested in going short here. Micro double top. Market is stingy. Doesn't give us our second entry long here. Second entry long may trigger here. May look to go short. Second entry does. Outside bar reversal. Looking to go short if it does reverse here. Maybe to the bottom of the trading range. Looking to go short here on this trap. Priming it out. It might move up here. Try and get to the bottom of the trading range here. We're in this trap. Small risk here. And we could get to the bottom of this trading range. Tickles our target here. Tickles our target. Let's go, baby. I feel like I should have let that simmer a little bit, but let's go, baby. I should have let that simmer, pandas. I should have let that simmer. But it's all good, pandas. It's all good. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. We got that that scalp real quick. Easy peasy, easy money. And you know, I trade only 2 contracts on stream because my record on stream is just horrendous. It's just, pandas, I don't think you understand the amount of stress you get when you trade just with money. But when you trade that live in front of like thousands of people, pandas, the stress is like tenfold. And so I enter trades like based off like, you know, trying to make some content sometimes, and it's just a really bad motivation to enter any type of trade, right? Just like enter a trade for the sake of entering trades so the viewers can see a trade, and it sucks, you know, that pressure just to enter a trade, and it messes up your price action, your ability to read price action a lot more than you think, pandas. And so that's why I trade only 2 contracts, because I know that on stream my track record is not that good. So that's why I trade 2 contracts. I'm not willing to risk my full contract sizes here because of, you know, the reality of trading on stream. But with 2 contracts, I feel more comfortable. So that kind of relieves some of the burden, some of the stress when you trade. And so, I mean, you can see with that trade, right? When I traded, my top left of your screen, you can see the apex evaluation. You can see it moving. You can see it changing, and you can see it tracking my trade. And so ends up giving another push down here. This push is a little weak, and we're starting to wedge here a little bit. And so those who are reading price action know what a wedge is here. Brooks would say this is a reversal here, potential reversal, and it's getting weaker. This push down, but it doesn't mean you just reverse it here. We're still waiting for a 2-legged pullback. And you know, honestly, you know, I trade only 2 contracts, but if you're comfortable, you can trade up. You know, you can trade as many contracts as your capital can handle. So the idea is, right, we want to enter those high probable trades, and this is why it doesn't matter how many contracts I trade, right? Because if with a 90% probability, you know, you can trade more contracts and scalp more money. And this is what I mentioned, right? This was the place where you wanted to swing trade it. Unfortunately, this 3, it was not a magenta box 3, and so it actually shoots up about 2 points and then reverses at the top of the trading range again. And you know, you get a nice little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 point swing right there. And like I mentioned, this wedge here is reversal, so we get a wedge here. Some people go long here after this wedge, seeing the weakness of this push down created by this wedge here. So this is what I mentioned with this wedge. We see the weakness of this push down, and now we're getting reversal here. Al Brooks would probably have taken that trade to go long. I'm sitting on my pause. To me, if this wedge is a true reversal, I'll actually wait for the reversal pattern to happen. But right here, we do get kind of essentially a reversal pattern. Top of the trading range. Get strong push down. Wedges, comes back up. And I say today might be a really tricky day, pandas. The reason why I say it's tricky is because I think the moves had already happened, right? Like this move and this move, in my opinion, is like already, like the market has already made its moves, big moves. And so we might end up being in a big trading range today, or big, but this could be the trading range for the day, and the 2000 tick chart is currently showing us the trading range. If we get back to the bottom of this trading range, we'll probably bounce off of it and come back up, in my opinion. As you guys are rolling in, make sure you guys scalp that like button. Helps us to stream out a lot. By the way, if you guys are interested in Apex evaluation, trying to pass it like I am and get a $150,000 funded account, you can use the coupon code in the pinned message. There's a pinned message, and there's a coupon for 50% off. 50% off. Wow, 50% off. And yeah. So for a limited time, and use the link as well. Getting a push down, looking for a new low, pandas, right? We're still in need of a new low. You can see it in many ways. You can say this is break a trend to new low, already happened, so this could be a reversal here for the downtrend being done, that we're starting to go up now. And that could be what we're looking for. Mentioned here, break a trend to new high, looking for that reversal pattern off the 20 MA. Ends up giving a scalp there, but that's a little tricky in my opinion. That could have reversed here. I honestly think the opening market bell, where it created the volatility to get that scalp, but you know, price action is price action, so we're just getting our bamboo today, pandas. Panda, you're getting our bamboo. Let's go, babe. If I made a let's go baby like hoodie, and then this, and I just used the acronym LGB, you know how controversial that'd be today? It could just mean so many things. LGB. By the way, pandas, for those who do use the link, I do appreciate it a lot. You know, I do this absolutely for free, and so basically I monetize through any other things, right? I monetize through the ads, I monetize through my indicator, I monetize through you know, this Apex affiliation link, and so but you know, that's why when you guys scalp that like button or even chat, right, throw a good morning or a good evening in the chat, that helps out a lot the stream, right? Since I do this for free, you know, there's other ways to monetize off of it, and you know, so that helps me continue to want to do the stream for you guys. Gives me that motivation, you know. Pandas, today is Friday. We may get an extended session. Let's see if we get that extended session today. But I'm just unsure of the movement today, because like I said yesterday, last night, all the volatility kind of already happened. Huge move up, huge move down. And now we are in this trading range. We hit the top of the trading range, but we didn't get to the bottom yet. So I'm still waiting to hit the bottom of this trading range, pandas. Kind of like that. I kind of like that going short there. Sitting on my pause though. Like I mentioned, right, we had break a trend to new low, so we could have a trap here. If this trap fails, I'm going short to the bottom of the trading range. But let's see if we even trap. We might not even trap here. But if we do trap, I'm looking to go short the bottom trading range. trap currently is a perfect scalp trap. Still a trap though. If this perfect scalp fails, I'll reverse it. I'll be willing to reverse a perfect scalp. Give me that perfect scalp reversal. I'm looking to get to the bottom of the trading range here. I need this scalp to fail. This trap fails, I'm looking to reverse it to the bottom of the trading range. It succeeds, no more. Right? This basically is a trap, right? For those who went short here, that actually makes a scalp to the other side. Like I mentioned, break a trend to new low. A, B, C pattern above the 20 MA, right? Second entry short, fails, reverses. But still, I don't know how high this will go. It makes a scalp, but who knows? I feel like we can still get to the bottom of this trading range on the 2000 tick chart. It just feels like that. When I see this price action, pandas, it doesn't seem very like, I don't see any conviction up or down. I see a lot of dojis, a lot of overlapping bars. The price action is telling us the market cycle, and the market cycle currently to me looks like a trading range market cycle. Since the market is fractal, when you get a bunch of overlapping bars, like all these overlapping bars here, overlapping bars here, overlapping bars here, market overlapping bars here, 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 overlapping bars even here. Now we got overlapping bars here. As the market's tip is fractal. By the way, if you went short there, you'd be stopped out. And that's why I didn't go short there, pandas. We got all of these kind of these in smaller time frame, right? These are actually just trading ranges. Right? This choppiness is trading range in a smaller time frame. And so when we have, since the market's fractal, if we have a bunch of trading ranges on the smaller time frames, on the larger time frame, most likely will turn into a trading range as well. So this is why I'm looking to come back to the bottom of my trading range, because I believe we are in trading range market cycle. That means most breakouts will fail. We want to fade our breakouts here. Korshi Zakaria says, I'm on my Apex eval up 225 today. Let's go, baby. Hey, pandas, let me know in the chat if you're doing an Apex evaluation, which tier are you doing and your progress so far? Throw in the chat if you guys are doing Apex or any prop firm. Let us know which level you're doing and your progress so far. Give us your progress and also the target where you have to pass, you know. So for instance, I'm gonna put in the chat, right? Under 50K, about 6K out of 9K. Pandas, let me know. I'm curious where you guys are. If you guys are doing an evaluation, or if you already passed your evaluation, let us know how you're doing in your funded account. I think anyone in the audience would love to hear your guys' progress. And let's just say you failed it. You know, I straight up failed it and I admitted it, and this is my second attempt. And I think it's completely normal and regular to fail, especially the first time. Especially if you're not used to doing the trailing drawdowns. I was not used to that, and after doing that, I realized, you know, how important it was your trade management is. You really have to do your trade management well. Kellyanne doing 4? Doing 4 prop. Wow, 4 accounts, man. Kellyanne, she's the GOAT. She is the GOAT. She is the GOAT trader. I actually do love when we have, surprisingly, we have a pretty good amount of female presence here, and I actually love that. I love the fact that, and they're engaged, you know. Bernadette, Jessica Barkle, Kelly Ann, these are all female traders. And the reason why I hope I don't sound creepy about it, but I just think it's amazing because there's so few women traders, and I just think trading is it's kind of like one of those things that you wish you could do, especially if you're like a stay-at-home mom or something. It's like you could stay at home at the computer and you can be home and trade and take trades. You can make your own hours, and so that's why I just think it's awesome if there are more women traders. But yeah, do appreciate you guys joining in the chat. Yeah, you guys are unicorns. Woo! Janelle Shiver just became a panda. Janelle, thank you so much for your support. This is another way I do this absolutely for free. But if you guys want to actually help directly, you guys can become pandas just for $4.99 a month. And hopefully you get way more content than $4.99 a month on this channel than you could, than $4.99 could ever afford. So hopefully you guys will get a lot more. The Janelle Shiver, thank you for becoming a panda. And enjoy your green name. Enjoy your two-legged pullback badge as it forms over time. Enjoy priority responding to your questions and comments. Pandas, show some love. Give Janelle Shiver a nice panda, warm panda welcome here. Also enjoy your custom emoticons. These emoticons you cannot find anywhere else in the world. These are all made by Bye Money. Made by me. We do get another hit at the top of the trading range, coming back to the bottom here, potentially. Pandas, my pandas. What do we have here? We have a two-legged pullback forming on the 10K chart with a nice signal bar, big signal bar though. But it's a two-legged pullback though. A, B, C. Two-legged pullback does trigger here. Man, if this traps, this might go upwards though. I mean, I'm thinking trading range still because of the price action I'm seeing right now with all this choppiness. But if that 10K trap triggers to the long side, I may look to go long though. That would be very tempting to actually go long here. Two traps to the long side on the 10K chart. But I'm just sitting on my pause here though. I'm actually still looking to go short here. We do have another break a trend to new high, and days like this you want to find as many reversals as possible. I may trade this trap to the short side if we do get one. So just watching here. Let's look at the 5-minute candles. Starting from the market open, which is right here, we have a couple overlapping bars, but big bar here. These bars are large, right? These bars, if the bars were trading range bars, then they should be more, have more shadows, more wicks. We do have a two-legged pullback, as mentioned in the chat by our panda here. But it is a two-legged pullback. A, B, C. Two-legged pullback. Terrible signal bar at the moment. Something you should notice is that we are above the 20 EMA, and the 20 EMA has acted as support so far. And so even though we have this trading range, in my opinion, you got two conflicting things. You have the 20 EMA saying you're in an uptrend, but you also have the trading range indicator saying we can come back down to the bottom here, and with the price action we can try to get more of an edge by reading the price action and seeing that potentially, right, with all this choppiness, that we may not get any really strong breakouts or breakdowns. We may get like a big move, big swing, but it might be contained within a trading range. And so days like this, you can try to capitalize it in swing trade. To me, this looks like a double top at the top of this trading range here. Looking to come back down here, in my opinion. Terrible signal bar, hard to take that. Does give us a perfect scalp though, immediately, and absolute scalp, not yet. The yellow box will disappear if it becomes an absolute scalp. Right? Oftentimes the market goes straight to that 5 tick mark and reverses because that shows that there's scalpers there. Right? The fact that it goes down right to 5 ticks and kind of reverses right here, bouncing off here, means that there's scalpers. People are scalping this market right now. They're just scalping it. Scalping. Just scalping 1 point, it bounces off that 1 point mark, and you see the yellow box here. You can also count it using the grid. I'm pretty sure this is gonna make an absolute scalp though. Pretty certain. The strong bear bar like this, you're expecting some follow through. But we shall see. We shall let the market speak for itself. Pandas. I may trade this trading range with just one contract, just going back and forth. I may try. Just watching here. We do have breaker trend to new high here. So essentially on the higher time frame, this is a 2-leg pullback, A, B, C. All right, we can see that on the 10K chart. The 10K chart, that's this ABC is this ABC on the 2K chart. And we are about to trigger this trap, failed second entry short on the 10K chart. And it just, man, I love traps, but it looks so choppy. I just don't know. It looks very choppy though. Right, this price action looks very choppy. This 10K chart, even though this trap triggers, I am just uncertain. I think we're coming back to the bottom of trading range here, Pandas. I still think so, right? Because of all this choppiness, I just don't think this move is going to be very strong. I would have taken a trap trade right there, Pandas, but we didn't trigger our second entry long, so no trap yet. I would take the short trade here with one contract, and I try to swing it to the bottom here. Actually, I'm going to swing one contract to the bottom's trading range. First, I would like to see my setup here on the top of this trading range. Potentially have a trap trade here. That trap does trigger this Pikachu. This is a Pikachu, right? Magenta, or this is a gold box Pikachu, but still Pikachu. Basically trap, second entry long, and also fails second entry short right here, all in one spot. I'm actually interested in going short here, Pandas, but I cannot go short here actually. I can't do it. 20 EMA is blocking me. I cannot go short here until the 20 EMA breaks. It's just blocking me right here. The trap's about to trigger on the 10K chart, Pandas. And I understand if you take this long, I would completely understand if you take it. But I'm gonna sit on my pause here. If you take this long here, I would completely understand that trade. But for me, I see this choppiness here, and I just think we're not really gonna trend, so I'm not gonna trade any breakouts. And taking that trap on the 10K chart would suggest I am looking for a breakout of some sort, and I'm not looking for a breakout at the moment. I want to go short here, Pandas, but man, this 20 EMA, I'm too scared of it. I cannot trade into it. Cannot trade short into it. Trap is about to trigger on the 10K chart. I'm going to keep an eye on this 10K. The 10K trap does trigger here above the 20 EMA. And traps on the 10K are very reliable trades, but right now it looks too choppy for me. I'm not taking this trade here. Even if it's a trap on the 10K chart, not interested. Because of the market cycle I believe we are in, and that's going to be your greatest edge if you know your market cycle. If you know your market cycle, that is probably one of the best edges you can have. It's one of the hardest things a computer can try to mimic, is try to understand the market cycle. It's one of the biggest edges we have as human traders, or panda traders, let's say. Sorry, I keep thinking I'm a human being. I'm not. This actually makes a scalp here for us. Makes a scalp. So this scalp actually completes, makes an absolute scalp. So congrats to anyone who went long here. And that is, yeah, I completely understand if you went long there. It's just terrible signal bar, right? And you're talking about huge risk here. 1, 2, 3, 4, about 6 points of risk right here. So you got to get 2 points if you're gonna go long here. You got to go 2 points. If you're getting 6 point risk, you need 2 points here. The reason why I say that is because, let's say if it goes sour against you, the trader's equation is not good enough in my opinion. But it does make you 2 points. We are starting to kind of break out here. You know, I could be wrong about the market cycle. I just see all this choppiness and I'm thinking market cycle is trading range. But currently, actually I'm going to keep that spike in channel here. We have a nice spike in channel going on here. A little teeny spike in the channel. Approaching again to yesterday's close. This could act as resistance here. Or blow right through it like a hot butter through knife. The 5 minute is hitting his head right on the 240 SMA. Still a two-legged pullback here. 240 SMA. And yesterday's high. We're approaching it with strong bull bars in a row, ending near their high. Could suggest a successful breakout here. And one thing got to know is we hit the top of the trading range. We never came back to the bottom of it. And this wedge here actually ends up reversing the entire market. This wedge that I mentioned. This actually does reverse the market here, but if you're going to take this trade, you got to swing that. You have to swing that because that will fail, you know, 60% of the time, in my opinion. Fail to reverse. The 10K chart, strong bull bar ending near its high with follow through. Riding above the 20 EMA. Could suggest bull trend. Could suggest that. Okay, this is choppiness, right? All of this has been chopped here. Right, this has all been chopped. And we finally have, right, this is not chop. This is not considered chop. This is considered breakout. Always in long type price action. And that's the difference, right? Choppiness to trending. Terminal term says hot butter through knife. Oh gosh, these guys are funny. potentially creating another wedge here, of some sort. See something like this, where you're hitting a resistance point, which is yesterday's high, yesterday's close, and you react off of this with a strong bull move to it, right? This is kind of telling us perhaps this might be exhaustion into it. And the reason why I say that is because we should not be getting more than a point on that reversal, right? If this is a strong bull breakout, it should look something more like this, right? Just small teeny pullbacks if we're getting a real true breakout here. Or rather, this is doing more of some sort of swinging here. The 240 SMA is acting as resistance on the 5-minute chart. And the reason why I have the 240 SMA on the 5-minute is because that is the hourly 20 SMA. And so you get reactions off the 20 SMA on the hourly. So that's why I like to have it on my 5-minute. Just watching here though, pandas. I mean, not much to go on other than the trap I took here. I don't see much setups. This one, decent setup here. Right, 2-legged pullback, but in my opinion, breakout trend to new high already had happened, hitting the top of the trading range, and we could have reversed there. So just not something I was necessarily interested in. Sitting on my pause. In my opinion, when I see the 5-minute, this to me here is giving me some mixed signals. To me, it's not indicative of strong trending market. This is overlap for me. Why it's giving me mixed signals? Because we're above the 20 MA and the 20 MA is acting as support. So I'm getting mixed signals here. I'm getting choppiness, but we're still above the 20 MA. And we end up bursting up to the 240 SMA and coming back, bouncing off of it. We might be wedging here, and who knows? The 2000 tick chart trading range does break though with this strong move up. It does break, so. But also the 5-minute trading range breaks as well with this strong move up. Right, this broke the 5-minute trading range. The 10,000 tick chart trading range is still in play here. We can come back to the bottom of it, but just sitting on my pause right now. By the way, pandas, if you look at the pinned message, there is a 50% off Apex coupon code. You can use the coupon SAVE50 to save 50% off and or get 50% off, and also use the link. Helps out this channel a lot if you do. Wanting one more push up before reversing here, back into our trading range. 5-minute, does this look bullish to you? Strong bull bar, answered, reversed with a stronger bear bar. We saw the 20 EMA can protect us and give us support here, but to me, this strong reversal bar makes me feel like we might come back to the bottom of the trading range on the 5-minute chart, but really it will be the 10K that's going to give us our trading range here, because the 5-minute actually already broke, right? That broke it, the trading range indicator. Strong move down back to the bottom of our spiking channel here. Overshoot to the top, potential overshoot to the bottom. 5-minute 20 EMA is acting as support for now. For now, it is. I don't think it's gonna last very long, right? With strong bear bar right into the 20 EMA on the 5-minute chart. You can see that here. And we're back in our congestion box that I drew. We're back in here in this congestion that I drew manually. With a strong move like this with a reversal, you're thinking the market should have a bull trend, but right now it is showing weakness. I'm gonna draw this trend line here. Hard to say. Kellyanne says I was in that short and skunked it. That hurts. I know that hurts. But you must have answered the question, right? That was it worth skunking that trade? There must have been something you didn't like. And this time the skunk goes bad, but maybe next time when you see the same thing, the skunk, right? There's a reason why you skunked it, because you've had previous experiences when you saw similar type price action, probably around the same spot. And yeah. Sitting on my pause here. Don't have any setup for us currently. Right, this has been one big move down. $20 EMA on the 5 minutes, still acting as support, as you can see, right? You do break below it, but it simply pierces it. Failed breakdown. It's essentially a failed breakdown of 20 EMA, and it's coming back up. It's regaining the 20 EMA. The bulls are regaining the 20 EMA here. That's why for me, I like to have the 5 minute and 2000 tick chart. I like them to have some confluence. Pandas, my pandas. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Two-legged pullback here, I may be interested. A, B, C. Two-legged pullback. But the reason why I'm hesitant is because we had break of the channel here. Now break of the channel here, and this could just simply come back up. But in my opinion, we should be looking for a new low here. And this is a decent two-legged pullback to take. But again, the 5 minute 20 EMA, I think as support, and you'll be trading into that EMA. Cannot go long here, in my opinion. Thim Chill wants a whiskey challenge. Now, whiskey challenge is only for Thursday, man. Thirsty Thursdays. You have one chance a week to get me to drink whiskey. This is a two-legged pullback. Second entry short, pandas. I'm actually interested in this trade here. If it's an outside bar reversal, I'm not interested. Outside bar reversal, unfortunately, no setup for me. That's why I don't like outside bar reversals. Because it basically becomes a trading range in one bar. Actually does trigger the trap now. Sitting on my pause though. This could give us a nice little trap here. Sitting on my pause. Makes a perfect scalp, right? If you took that trap off of the outside bar reversal, it makes a perfect scalp for you. But not interested. Already kind of made its move. It could make another push down, and this would be, right, breaker trend to new low. Breaker trend to new low. This could be it. And we could get a bounce here back into the channel. Just watching. It actually kind of traps those who went short here with that perfect scalp trap, and there's another perfect scalp setting up here. That perfect scalp disappears though. The 5-minute regained the 20 EMA, right? You can see that we are having a hard time breaking below the 20 EMA on the 5-minute. Hard to look for shorts here. That's why I didn't take that short. I'm glad I didn't, because I would be sweating right now. But the 5-minute right now is not necessarily supporting our 2000 or the price action on the 2000 tick. I'd like them to have some confluence here. I don't like to be on support on the 5-minute and then resistance on the 2000 tick, right? That's confusing to me. So I just sit on my pause. You like to have them both kind of doing the same thing. Yeah, you would want the 5-minute to be in a downtrend at least. But the 5-minute, we're actually still in an uptrend. And so, yeah, sitting on my pause. And this is kind of, like I said, like we're going from chop to chop to chop to chop. Right? Just getting some nasty price action right now. It's not very pleasant in my opinion. Pandas, hope you guys are doing well. Sorry, I got a little distracted by Janelle becoming a member. Let me go over some of what you guys are doing. So, I remember if you guys remember, I asked you guys how you guys are doing on your funded accounts, and Kellyanne says doing 4 of them. Ralph Freeze, he's on the 50K. He's up 700 with a $3,000 target. Well played. Observer, he has 2 times 75K. And he has 3K out of 4.25K with the Observer's almost done. Congrats, Observer. Edieth Profit says, I'm doing 1 up 50K, not doing too hot. All good. I think all of us kind of make mistakes the first time, especially. Rohan says, Apex 25K just started. Let's go, baby. I really do hope all of you guys do pass your evaluations. Petrolene says, 50K, 400 out of 3,000. Let's go, baby. Congrats, congrats. You're about 10% of the way there, more than 10%. Brandon Jones, 50K, 350 of 3K. 3 days in, but taking it very conservative to not do something dumb. Brandon Jones is doing it right. Being patient. Patient truly pays. Janelle Shiver says, Apex, 350K counts. 1, I just got 10 10-day 3,000, waiting for email to get funded. Other two, I am 700 away from 3,000 target. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. General's waiting to get funded. Let's go. Lilu, the Woodman Jr. Lilu, 100K, 3K out of 6K, failed twice. Currently at 1,700 profit. Let's go, baby. Yeah, you'll get it this time. Third time's a charm. Do appreciate you guys sharing. I know it can be a little vulnerable sharing that, but I do appreciate you guys sharing that. I think it gives people hope who want to try, and yeah, and also for those who fail can see, man, I'm not the only one who failed here. I mean, even this panda has failed, so. Richard Harris says, how do you become a member? If you want to become a panda, there's a join button under the video on YouTube. You should see a join button if you want to become a panda. Also, there's a link in the description if you want to become a panda as well. Sam R asks, is there any... Sorry, I'm just reading the chat and going through the chats because right now this is trash price action. This is untradeable for me. I cannot do anything here. I may take a second entry short here, but still too choppy. Still the 5-minute 20 EMA acting as support. I'm not going to go short into that. And the only thing I see right now is short setups on the 2K because we're under the 20 EMA. So, you know, this could be a measure move of some sort. Right? We might get some sort of measure move here. With this to this. Something like that. Unsure. But the 5-minute 20 EMA is acting as support for the moment. If we do get swing trade, swing traders are looking for a measure move of some sort like this. Just complete choppiness right now. Cannot enter a trade here, pandas. Sitting on our pause, and hopefully this itself is a lesson to know when to sit on our pause. Hey pandas, hope you guys are doing well. It's one of those days. The overnight session, that's where all the volatility kind of came out on. And let me draw this. Nope. What's the story here, pandas? What's the story right now? Big push down. Breaker trend to new high, try to reverse. In fact, it went up higher. Reverse here. Breaker trend, tried to make a new low. Failing to do so, going up now. Devlin Plant Gin asks, what's the name of that background music? If you look in the description, you can see this is just the lo-fi radio, hip-hop radio. This song is called Peak Twilight. Or sorry, I guess that's the artist? Nah. Yeah, I think that's the artist, and the song's called Until We Meet Again. Pandas, my pandas, sitting on our paws here. Sitting on our paws. Getting a nice move down. Terrible signal bar to go short there, but nice move down. We see all this chop here, but on the 5-minute, we are just simply having all these failed breakdowns on the 20 EMA. This blue box right now is where we're finding all our price action on the 5-minute. Comes down, reverses back to top. This trading range is about 3 points large, and it's just impossible to trade. Sam GK asks, whenever you make your 9K profit target for Apex evaluation, is it 100% sure that you will get funded? Well, I mean, nothing's 100%, Sam GK, but if they, you know, according to their rules, right, you will be funded, right? You'll just be funded. It should happen. Yeah, guys, make sure you guys scalp that like button. Especially on Fridays, where I could really just be enjoying this day off on my own, spending it with you guys. Just waiting here, pandas. Sitting on my paws. And how nice it is to be able to recognize chop before it happens. Because right now, if you're trading this, you could be getting chopped up. Nothing happening right now. Carry cooking though. Should we expect a second leg down? Who knows? The answer is who knows. After you have about 20 bars of overlap, it becomes 50-50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. About 18 bars of pretty much trading range here. Becomes 50-50 on which way this range will break out. If it was maybe about, you know, if it was like half the size, most likely it will continue the original trend, which was a downtrend. But because we are, since there's so many bars of overlap, right, that kind of resets and it becomes 50-50 on which side it will break out. I will say this though, if we do break out, most likely it will be a failed breakout. Most likely, in my opinion. I almost want to start taking limit orders here. I'm actually so tempted to start taking limit orders. Pandas, hey, I'm gonna throw a poll in the chat just because there's nothing going on here. finally breaking down this tight trading range. We do get a nice little 5-minute second entry short, right, with a good signal bar. And hey, the 10K trading range still valid. Come back to the bottom here, who knows? I don't know about you guys, but man, I've never really had a good turkey like in my life. Okay, okay, I take that back. I've had a good turkey, and the only time it was a good turkey is when I got it from Popeyes. You guys don't know, but if you could actually go to Popeyes and get a Cajun turkey, it's not like a big deep fried turkey. It's actually a turkey that has Cajun spice on it, and I think it is actually the only turkey I'll really eat. But whenever my friends or family say, "Oh, we're making turkey," I already know I'm gonna be disappointed. I just don't like it, pandas. I just don't know the ways. Brandon Jones, actually a fried turkey that actually is not bad, but because of the skin. Oh, Sean Whelen says brine your birds. Man, that's crazy. That's a lot of brining. Kelly says turkey is only good cold on bread with mayo. I mean, I could be wrong. I could just be making it wrong. I really wish someone could send me like a good recipe or something, but you know what? I actually really like stuffing. I kind of wish like I had stuffing more often throughout the year. Only really have it on Thanksgiving. Man, you guys, I mean, brining the turkey makes a lot of sense. I didn't realize. Do you think sous videing a turkey would make sense? Or would that just make the turkey just terrible? I don't know. Smoked turkey sounds actually amazing. Like a big smoked turkey, the whole thing smoked. You know what? Someone needs to start smoking their turkeys. That might be the new meta. Smoking your turkey. But smoking turkey, I can't imagine how long that'll take. It already takes so long in like an oven. Even deep frying it takes like 30 minutes. Ralph Gruns, he has the recipe on hand. He doesn't even need to link me. He is the recipe. Yeah, actually, I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna try some of these techniques because, man, turkey is always disappointing to me. No, nothing to knock on turkey. It's just I've never had a good one. I mentioned the measure move here that some swing traders will look for the measure move, and we're looking for a measure move to down here. So like I mentioned, typically we do go towards we break out to the direction of the original trend, which we're trying to do here. And we're going to need a two-legged pullback on this move for it to be complete here. We have an A, B, C pattern. Actually, it's already done. The 2 legs down. It's a small, teeny two-legged pullback though at the bottom there. Oh, spatchcock. I feel like spatchcock is like, it's kind of a cop-out. If you spatchcock a turkey, I really it makes complete sense to spatchcock a turkey, but I feel like it's like a cop-out on the turkey, like what it should be, right? Especially if you have like stuffing, even though no one really makes stuffing inside the turkey. But Ralph Gruns, hey, you've been doing a barbecue smoking contest. Man, that's awesome. That's pretty awesome. two-legged pullback is completed on this down move, right? Break of trend to new low. This could reverse here. We could look for a reversal pattern around the 20 EMA. I do think the breakouts will fail here. I mean, it's just a choppy day right now, right? All of this chop, right? The only time it doesn't chop is right after chop, it does this quick breakout, and it goes right back into chop. Right? You don't have any strong trends, no long-lasting trends here. Pandas, my pandas. Hey, you guys are just joining. I'm Bye Bye Money. And welcome to my Apex evaluation journey. I'm getting a $150,000 funded account. And in order to do so, I need to pass the Apex evaluation. We are $6,000 into our $9,000 target here. We only need about $3,000 more left in order to pass this evaluation. Like I mentioned, this two-legged pullback is already completed. There's a two-legged pullback here, so this move down could be completed. It's a two-legged pullback, two moves down. The market loves to move in twos, especially in these choppy markets. When you have the two-legged pullback, it's pretty much almost, once the market makes two moves, it just wants to reverse. Two-legged pullback on the 10K chart. I'm not interested in this one though. I would be interested in a trap to the downside here. A, B, C. Decent signal bar currently forming, but this traps, I'll be taking the outside bar reversal to get that trap to the bottom of this trading range. I'll be interested in outside bar reversal. Main reason really being is probably because break a trend to new low, looking for new low still. We just broke above the 20 MA. I want to see this trigger the second entry long under the 20 MA, and I want to see a reverse, and I'll take this trap here to the other side. The 5 minute showing a similar two-legged pullback here. A, B, C, and maybe we can get two-legged pullback just back, a two-legged pullback back to the top of the trading range here on the 5 minute. That could be the play. We also have an uptrend. Could be first break a trend to maybe new high here. That could be the play as well. Honestly, think this might be unfair. I mean, this probably is more break of trend to new high. This like uptrend already completed. I'm looking for a trap trade here actually, pandas. Falcon One says, can you trade off any chart with Apex? You know what? They give you like a pretty big data feed. I never really trade anything else in the E-mini. But it seems like they give you like a lot of things to trade with. I think their data feed is pretty comprehensive. The one that they provide. Unfortunately, the second entry long does not trigger on the 10K chart, which makes me want to go short here, back to the bottom of the trading range on the 10K. But it's not triggering, it's missed it by one tick. It basically gave me a micro double top here. And unfortunately, I cannot take that trade that I wanted to take, because I wanted to actually trigger my second entry long so I can trap trade. Getting a nice higher low second end, or this is a higher low here. You can see it's a higher low with this too. But it's also a two-legged pullback. But this trading range is still valid. Coming back into the trading range. Failed breakdown. Just watching here. Ooh, coming back to the top of the trading range. Like I mentioned, that two-legged pullback was all that it was going to give us. A, B, C. Right, kind of hard to see that's a two-legged pullback with the indicator. Very easy because you get the dark green number here. Looking to come back to the top of the trading range. Fail breakdown. Fading this breakout here. Very tricky. I want to fade it on the other side. If we break above it, I want to fade down the other side here. Pandas, my pandas. Hey, if you guys are interested, there is a Apex 50% off. If you look at the pinned message, get yourself 50% off on your Apex funded account for the evaluation. Again, you can look at the top left of the screen to see my progress. Rhythmic software verifying, third-party software verifying my account on Apex. Coming back to the top of the trading range with another two-legged pullback. A, B, C, two-legged pullback. And we could look to fade this, which I might very much do. Fade this two-legged pullback here. I'd like it to actually break out though. I'd like it to be a little higher. Right? I'd like it to kind of come up here, right? Have like a failed breakout attempt, and then give me a good signal bar. That'd be great. But I'm not sure if the market's gonna be so kind to give me this perfect setup here. Just a two-legged pullback. We could, be looking at an uptrend now. Gonna skip this one. If it does trigger, oh, there we go. That's what I want to see. Break up here. Ooh, It's not strong of a breakout that I like. Plus, we are breakout trend to new low. So this could be turning into an uptrend now. I would have to skip this, pandas, because of price action. I'll have to wait for this to actually A, B, C, break up, maybe fail trap. That'll be my only setup here right now. The reason being is because we have breaker trend to new low, and this second entry is above the 20 EMA. It's like a really good setup to actually get into a trap trade here to go long. That's why I'm skipping this trade, pandas, even if it triggers. Hey, let me know in the chat if you guys are taking this second entry short here. It's above the 20 EMA. I mean, we are hitting the top of the trading range here. But we're above the 20 EMA now after a breaker trend to new low. Let me know. Give me a 1 in the chat if you think if you're going to take this short. Give me a 2 if you're going to skip it. Give me a 3 if you're going to take the trap trade. Give me a 4 if you're going to take the trap with the trap, which is what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the 4 right now. I'm waiting for the trap to the trap. How do you get to show your rhythmic numbers while you are trading? If I try to have that open at the same time as NT, it logs me out. You should be able to. You should be able to log into both. You might be opening more than one instance, but that would be really silly if you couldn't have both open at the same time, and something must be wrong. You should be able to open both. You could be logged into rhythmic and also into NT. Definitely not looking to go short right now. That is a strong bull bar. But this is where you would fade your breakout. Actually, this makes me want to go short even more now. Believe it or not, this actually makes me want to go short. If we get a good signal bar, actually I'm going to go short back into our trading range here. I don't believe in any breakouts right now. I'm actually going to go short here if we get a good signal bar. Call me crazy. I'm going to go short here with one contract, and then I'm going to scale in one time here. I'm going to fade this breakout with a good signal bar. But yeah, J80 and Brandon Jones, if you're having a hard time logging into both, I would contact them. You should be able to log into both. Yeah, terrible signal bar, not interested. Strong move up here. You probably need some more evidence that, but this trading range, okay, strong bull bar ending their time, no longer interested, not even tempting. Going short here would be really hard to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bull bars. 8 out of the last 9 bars have been bull bars. But this trading range to me, I think is gonna stand. I think this trading range is gonna last. But that's a terrible signal bar to enter short in anyways. Kind of want to enter here still. Almost scalps out immediately. Okay, makes an absolute scalp. That's kind of why I want to enter there, because the fact of the trading range, I just really think the trading range is going to be strong here. I just don't feel any conviction in terms of the trend. And yeah, it is what it is. I missed my trade. Missed my trade there. It's a two-legged pullback, top of the trading range, but terrible signal bar. So at the end, that signal bar was enough for me to stop me from entering that trade. I just feel like we're in trading range. I mean, the 5 minute, we have been in this trading range for a while now, and we're back to the top of the trading range on the 5 minute. You can consider this, right? Break a trend to maybe attempt a new high, right? Break a trend, maybe looking for a new high now. That could possibly be happening on the higher time frames. Sitting on my paws. Have a low or high second entry here, maybe to fade this trading range once again here. But this could turn into a two-legged pullback. I just really think we're going to come back to the bottom of this trading range. I don't think we're coming out of this trading range. It's my opinion. Signal bar is kind of large right now. Kind of want to go short here to the bottom of the trading range. I might take it with one contract just to swing it to the bottom here. Terrible signal bar. Not interested in that. Actually, back to the bottom trading range. Too late. Doesn't matter. It triggers off this terrible signal bar, and but the entry bar is strong. I could have came with a small retracement. It's a little too hesitant right now. We have a two-legged pullback forming here. A, B, C. I'm not looking to go long here. I am not looking to go long because we already hit the top of the trading range and we haven't hit the bottom yet. And this can act as a magnet of some sorts. And so if we do trigger long here, we could just come right back down to the bottom of the trading range. Decent signal bar to go long, but still, like I said, we will be coming right to the top of the trading range. So it's a little sus to enter that because you have resistance right here. So I'm not going to go long right into resistance. Even though this could make a point, still, I'm completely okay skipping this trade. It makes a perfect scalp though. So you may be trapped in here still. You may be trapped in. Absolute scalp. Two-legged pullback. Nice. Completely okay with missing that just because I truly did not know this trading range will. I've seen trading ranges like this last for a long time, and this one does come out on top though. It does give you a nice scalp there, but I'm skipping that. I do not like that. I don't like when there's two things conflicting with each other. When you have all this price action before it looking like this and you're having a two-legged pullback off of the 20 MA, you have a bullish setup in a bearish context. Not taking that. So you do have a breakout trend, maybe potentially new high here. Almost want to go short here, but it's not a second entry nor is it a trap. Scalpers are all out, so there might not be enough traders in here to trigger that stop loss. But looks like we're coming back to the bottom of the trading range. At least it seems like it. Seems like we're so close to it. Hits the bottom of the trading range perfectly. We're still in this trading range, and this could have happened earlier, right? This could have happened before this scalps out. This is why I didn't go long there, Pandos, even though it does give you a scalp. It's very dangerous, very dangerous. To go long at the top of a trading range, very dangerous. Now we're at the bottom of a trading range. Very dangerous to go short here. You could go long and start scaling in to come back into here if we do have a couple pushes down, like 1 or 2 pushes down. You could scale in. And you could just lose no more than you would do in a typical trade. And if you scale in, you have to pre-plan your scaling in. Like, you can't just be like, oh, I think I'm gonna scale in this trade when you already trade your full contract sizes. Right? For me, my full contract size is about 4 to 5 contracts. And so if I enter a trade with 5 contracts, I've already have thought that I'm not scaling in. You cannot scale in like that. If you're gonna scale in, you have to do it before you go into the trade. So you got to reduce it by half in order to get into a scaling trade. And yeah, and you just take whatever loss you would typically take with a with your full contract sizes. So for me, my typical loss would be like $800, you know, $8 to $1,000, and so I would take that loss. I'd be willing to lose that much. We are kind of in a downtrend here, but we're in the bottom of the trading range. I might just go long here, Pandas. I may just go long here just for a scalp, and I'll scale in one time here, Pandas. Just because this trading range has been here for so long, I'm going to scale in right here. And I'm going to scale in. I'm going to have probably a pretty big stop loss, but I'm going to scale in here. Because I'm willing to lose like $800. Actually, technically can have a 16-point stop loss on this one contract and keep scaling in until I'm in that at that place. But I'm going to just go long here, and I'm going to scale in maybe 1 or 2 times, and that's it. If this goes against me, it is what it is. But right now, we should be in a place where we come back up and yeah, be able to scalp out at least. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. And hopefully that makes sense, right? My plan was to trade with one contract and scale in 2 to 3 times. And, you know, the chances of scalping out, at least with that, is very high, you know, very high. But let's go, baby. Just trust it. For those who don't use the trading range indicator, I mean, this is, hopefully this can show you the power of the trading range indicator. Even for my own surprise. Because I created this indicator, the trading range indicator, based off some rules, right? I actually messaged Mac from Price Action Trading System, asked him, you know, what are some of the rules that you look for when you look for trading range, and I just took those rules and I say, hey, if you see these things, start creating the trading range. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like, you know, for instance, you know, you have some trading ranges that let's see if I can find one. These have all been pretty good trading ranges. Even this is a good trading range. It works out. Comes up, comes down. Another good trading range. I'm trying to find a trading range where it's very lopsided. These trading ranges are too good right now on the indicator. Okay. Like, for instance, this one. You go up, comes down, and you're thinking it might come back up, right, off of this, or back to the top of the trading range. Doesn't actually happen. Continues down. Ends up eventually coming back up into the trading range and hits the top of it and reverses off of it later. But you know, sometimes it'll do that. Sometimes it'll do that. But you know, when you have you know, the rules and you just start creating a trading range, at the very least, it should, you know, perk up your ears, right? And the alarms should start going off. It's like maybe this is a trading range, so be careful if you're trading this as a trend. And so it's just at the very least, like for instance, right here, this is a trading range. Small little trading range right here actually does give us a trading range, but you know, actually it's not a trading range. And so I think even if you use a trading range indicator, you have to wait till it confirms a couple times. You know, here I think it's pretty confirmed this trading range, right? You have multiple hits, one hit here, one hit here, bounce back to the bottom, back to the top, right? Top to bottom, top to bottom. So you have this kind of like confirmed trading range here, and I think you need like about like 3 hits for the trading range to be like pretty confident in the trading range. But yeah, so that's why I entered one contract there, willing to scale in because I know that they have tendencies to break out, but they usually fail breakdowns, fail breakouts. Hopefully that makes sense. But if you saw the trade, I traded one contract and I did that on purpose. I felt like, you know, if I need to scale, I wanted to scale in, especially in the trading ranges. I want to scale in here. The only times you don't ever scale in is if you're trying to trade, let's see, you know, you don't try to scale in if you're like in an uptrend. You don't try to scale in your shorts. You do not do that. That is a sure way to blow your account. If you're in a strong uptrend, do not scale in shorts. If you're in a strong uptrend, I think you can scale in your longs, right? Say you're in a long trade and it kind of fails, and if you had already planned to scale in, then you can scale in your long trade. I think that's okay. That's similar to like a trading range. And you have to, of course, be only willing to lose what you typically will lose. So you have to trade half your size, and you have to already pre-plan, right? Pre-plan your scale in. Dida Maldonado says, can you explain the symbols? I mean, there's no symbols really, other than the square here and this diamond. The diamond is just a place marker where you can see where to place your order if you're going to enter in this trade here. But yeah, if you go to two-leggedpullback.com, there's a tutorial section. Dida. Top of the trading range, where we're finding ourselves, maybe back to the bottom of the trading range here. I almost want to just come in with limit orders here and scale in one time off a limit order. Almost want to do that, just so I can like take advantage of the scalps here within. But that will be straying from my one single setup that I only trade here, which is a two-legged pullback. Alright, pandas, we're going to our extended trading time. Man, should I make this members only? Only got 69 likes. I almost want to make this members only. By 11:10, if we can't get to 100 likes. Actually, let's say 11:15. If we get to 100 likes, I'll keep this open to everyone. But if not, I'm going to make it members only. For the extended trading time after on Fridays. If we scalp to 100 likes, we'll keep it open for everyone. We missed the bottom of the trading range. Very interesting here, pandas. We actually missed the bottom of the trading range. We're coming back to the top. And devil's in the details. We missed it by 1 tick here. We could have a breakout here. We could have a small breakout. I'm not sure how long the breakout's going to last. But we missed the bottom of the trading range, and that is not typical. If we missed the bottom of the trading range by 1 tick and actually came back up to the top, if we break above here, that is atypical of what's been happening so far. atypical. Something's brewing here. Something has changed. We had the micro double bottom here, missed the bottom of the trade range by 1 tick. We're coming back up. Or this could simply just be a two-legged point, but I feel like the devil's in the details right here. That micro double bottom. We could be pushing up higher here, which I would not be surprised. Let's get to 100 likes, pandas. 11:15. I'll keep it open. Otherwise, I'll jump to members only after 11:15, and we'll trade for probably like another hour or so. Power Trader says Black Friday special for members, asking for a friend. Let's go, baby. I'm not sure if I do a Black Friday special, if that will last. Like, I don't know if, like, you know, if it lasts for 1 month and then just reverts right back. Not sure. Richard Harris going up to a wedding. Hope the wedding is awesome. I feel like 100 likes should be easy to get to. It's basically a freebie for you guys. Breaker trend to new high is what I'm seeing here right now. Breaker trend to new high, right? We have a moving average gap here. It's the first sign of a minor reversal. Right, strong bull trend, breaker trend to new high. And that new high is by 1 tick. If we get a trap trade here to the downside, I'm actually interested in going short. I just don't believe in any breakouts today. I don't think it's gonna be any strong breakouts. Breaker trend to new high. On the 5-minute, strong bull trend or bull bar ending near its high. Actually, on the 5-minute, we also have the same pattern like I mentioned. Actually, earlier I drew this out. Breaker trend to new high, potentially here. 10,000 tick chart. $10,000 tick chart. I don't know. The 10,000 tick charts. Okay. Might be ending on its high. But on the 2K chart, we have a breaker trend to new high right here. I would not be fading this right now. Or would I? Oh man, should I fade this again? Because we missed the bottom of this trading range by 1 tick, it makes me think that we might be breaking out, and that's what we kind of did. We're breaking out right now. Devil's in the details. T2, $3,000. Can't get better. I'm done. Thank you, Panda. Let's go, baby. Congrats. Making $3,000 today. It's not bad. 91 likes. You got about 9 more minutes to muster up 9 more likes. Curious what's going to happen here. Good signal bar. Maybe to go short here, but... I don't like the fact we missed that by 1 tick at all. I don't like that. But we do have a 2-legged pullback here, pandas. A, B, C. Made a new high. My only trade right now is to trade the reversal here, which is a trap trade below the 20 EMA. Two more likes to reach 100. Easy peasy for you guys. I should have made the goal a little higher. Should have made it like 150 at least. 150 likes to get into the extended. But my word is my word. My word is bond. That's why I didn't enter short there, pandas. I would enter short if this trap fails. If we get a failed trap, I will enter short for 3 attempts. If this trap fails, I will enter short. We're at 99 likes right now, pandas. $100 likes, alright. We'll keep it open for everybody. Let's go, baby. For every 100 likes, let's say I'll go for 1 more hour. For every 100 likes you add, from here on out, I will go for another hour. If we get to 200 likes, I will go until, let's say, 1 o'clock. If we get to 200 likes. If we get to 300 likes, I'll go to 2 p.m. Oh, man. Ugh. This trap fails, I'm looking to go short, but right now the trap has not triggered. I am not trying to trade any breakouts right now. I'm going to fade any breakout. If this trap triggers, I'm probably going to fade this trap here. This does not look like a strong breakout in any sense. Strong bear bar in the middle of it. This is not a strong breakout, in my opinion. We're going to come back into our trading range most likely. Well, for every 100 likes, for every hour, you need 300 likes to get me to 2 o'clock. $400 likes to get me to 3 o'clock. 500 likes to get me to market close. If you can get to 500 likes, pandas, I will stay with you the entire session. If we get to 500 likes, I don't think I've ever had even close to 500 concurrent viewers. If we get 500 likes, oh, I would laugh. If we get 500 likes, I will do whiskey challenge. I will do everything for you guys. 500 likes on one video. One stream, that would be hilarious. Like 500 likes and we only have like 200 viewers. That's quite a nice viewer to like ratio. $200 likes. I'll go to 1 maybe. Yeah. Let's get to 1. I just don't think you guys can get to 200 likes right now. I don't think it's possible. Plus, I'm like, yeah, getting pretty hungry. 200 likes? Can you guys get to 200 likes? Oh, man. Brian Davila coming out of the bushes with the let's get that AM whiskey. Let's go, baby. Yeah. All right. I mean, if we get to 300 likes, I'll drink some whiskey for you guys. The 300 likes, but I'll throw a whiskey challenge up there for you guys. 300 likes. It's just not gonna happen, but I'm gonna just put it up there just for you guys. Just, you know, kicks and giggles. Fading this breakout here. I'm actually gonna fade this, pandas, if we reverse here. I'm actually interested in fading this and going short here, pandas. It might look very crazy, but the reason being is because this is a failed trap here, and we're looking actually to come back into this trading range. And I'll be trading it with my typical 2 contracts here. Terrible signal bar though. I don't like that signal bar. It's a failed trap on this breakout here, and I'm just, in my opinion, every breakout's gonna fail. So I'm looking to go short on these breakouts. If this trap completes a scalp, I'm no longer interested. But if it's failing, if this trap fails, looking to go short here. I'm going to do one scale in, so I'm actually using 1 contract. I'm going to try to get back to the bottom of this trading range. That was really close to entering that trade. Micro double top now. This trap is trying to make a point here. The reason why this is concerning now is because, let's say like you were not wanting this trade, you're trying to skunk it, you would have skunked out already, but they did not skunk it. The scalpers are not skunking this trap right now. They're banking on a breakout, and that's what they're thinking, but it makes a perfect scalp. The absolute scalp happens, no longer interested. Absolute scalp, no longer interested. But that scalp, if this trap failed, I would have been interested in going short back into our trading range here. But for those who are long here, congrats, you got scalped. You're able to get your scalp. You might be in a runner right now. You should be in a runner. But the reason why I wanted to do that is because I've tried to trade these breakouts here many times, especially after breakout trend to new high. The only thing for me that would make me want to go long though is the fact that we missed the bottom of this trading range by 1 tick. Why is that important? Because every single time we hit the top, we've always hit the bottom. Hit the top, hit the bottom, right? Broke below, hit the top. When we hit the top, right, the next reversal, we hit the bottom. And when I say this, because we have done that without ever breaking above it again, right? So we hit the top for the very first time, we hit the bottom. Hit the top for the first time, and the next reversal, hit the bottom, right? When we hit the bottom here, we actually missed the top here, which is maybe 1 time where it doesn't work. But, I mean, just look at the price action. We just stayed away from this anyways. Broke below it, right? That small breakout or the small miss here made us break below it, actually. And now we get fade this breakout, come back to the top. Right from the top, right, as you see, if you went below here, had your stop loss up here, you would never get stopped out before hitting the bottom of the trading range. And we hit the top here, and we're thinking we're gonna hit the bottom trading range. but we missed it by one tick with a micro double bottom, and now we reversed. And so this is why I didn't enter short here. I didn't want to fade it because of this. Right, devil's in the details in the price action. With the trading range indicator, you could have seen that we missed the bottom by one tick. And that's why I didn't go short here. It looks like we're going in an uptrend though. Now we are reaching the previous highs that we reached. If we're in a trading range type price action, this is where you would short it. Mac from price action trading system will randomly take the short here and say this is an awesome trade that I really liked after seeing hindsight bias. I don't want to knock on Mac, but I've seen that way too many times, and technically if that's the case, you would take this short here. You will take this short here. Well, to be fair, he probably will take this short after 3 failures. And so you'll see this here, and if this comes down, comes back up, fails again, and then second entry, basically a trap trade, right? If you see that, then he'll probably go short there. I think that will be more fair what Mac might do here from price action trading system. I'm still waiting for Mac to give us a nice live stream. That would be amazing. And I honestly, if Mac does that, my stream will be dedicated just for my reactions about his stream. That's what I would just replay. I would just have his stream up, and I'll just show my reactions. I would just do commentary on his chart. That's I would if he did that one day. If he streamed, that's all I would do. And you know, all my viewers would see his stuff, and you know, I don't think anyone would be on my stream if Mac actually traded live like I am. Right, something's interesting happening here. Something different's happening here. We got a trap trade, right? Where typically you would fade this to go to the bottom of the trading range. Now we have a trap instead. So the pattern has broken. Something's different here. Also, trading range indicator on the 2K chart has broken, right? This is no longer a valid trading range after this push up. Coolman280 says, I think Mac just shows great examples in hindsight. Not sure he actually trades them. He doesn't. He's said it many times. He doesn't actually take all those trades. I really just actually upsets me. I can't say it. I can go on a rant, but I could really go on a rant. But man, let's just say I would love to see him trade live. That would be awesome. It'll just be so amazing. Yeah, Russell H says there are videos from Mac taking live trades, not streaming live, but live and recording. Yeah, I mean I have those too. I can do those too. I can do those too. Let's go, Al Brooks. Al Brooks actually has like a trading chat room, and it's pretty awesome. I'm not part of it, but I mean he does like live commentary. I don't think he actually see his trades live, but he'll do live commentary for you guys. Amazingly, this trade would actually have worked, and I was making fun of Mac, saying if you were a Macian, you would take this short here, because in his live review, he probably would say you gotta take that short on the trading range, top of the trading range. He probably would say take that short, and lo and behold, it actually does work out. But he doesn't do Friday reviews, so I would really never know. But yeah. I should have taken that trade. The one that made fun of Mac. That's what I get. It actually does work out. The weird thing is that when the haters who love Mac, they come onto my stream, they say I am such a phony. The weird thing is like, why don't they think Mac is a phony? Like, it's just boggles my mind. They have like so much blind respect. They have like a different standard for Mac, but for some reason, when I actually trade live and show my account, like my account amount, I'm showing you my rhythmic right now. I even tell you if I failed, the Apex evaluation, and you guys are with me on this journey. They think I'm a phony. I just don't understand it. It's just weird, and they also think I hate Mac. I don't. I actually really, really respect Mac a lot, but I'm just saying, using their own standards, why do haters come onto this stream and think I'm a phony? And they love Mac and they don't think he's a phony. It just doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't make sense to me. In fact, the worst thing I can do if I'm a phony is doing exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm literally doing the worst thing you can do if I am a phony, and it just doesn't make sense to me. T2, no one like you, Panda. Thank you. You're the best out there. Do appreciate the love, guys. Russell H. There are videos from Mac taking live trades. Yep. H says some of these guys make 30K a month with their services, so why ever risk real money and trade? Exactly. Jessica Barkle, you said you combine Mac and Al Brooks, which is awesome. Let's go, B. Coolman280 says you can be a break-even trader and only upload your winning sessions and sell a course. I actually like Thomas Wade because he's actually pretty honest. Like when he loses a trade, like what the funny thing is, he actually doesn't have to show any losing trades because he doesn't show his account like size. Right? He doesn't show his account amount. He doesn't show you his daily P&L. But yet he still shows you his losing trades, which I think is admirable. And so, that's why I respect Thomas Wade for showing losing trades, even though he doesn't have to, right? If you have like show your P&L or account size, you kind of have to show like your winning and losing trades because it's like a little sus if you don't show your losing trades. Like when I would post my videos, my account size, I would show all my trades, losing trades, winning trades, whatever trades. And it is what it is. I think Thomas Wade, he's generally trying to help people. So I do like it when people put free content out there for anyone to watch and learn, and Yeah, Morgan K, he does the bar by bar. He doesn't do the bar by bar like I used to do it. Actually recently, I think he's starting to use a 10K chart. And I want to say I influenced him. I want to say I did it. I don't know. I don't know if he'll ever admit it. But I'll say I think I might have influenced him a little bit with a 10K chart. But, yeah. It doesn't matter. I mean, at the end, if it helps your trading, I could care less if you copy me or not. If it helps you, please do it. I'm actually thinking about I might contact Thomas again to see if he wants to do a collab. If he wants to do a collab, it'd be great. I mean, he always says he's like so busy, so hard to link with him. We do have a lower high here. Lower high second entry. Right smack into the 20 EMA, but it is a lower high off the top of the trading range. I mean, this is a big trading range. Every trading range day today, this is the top of the trading range in my opinion. Decent place to go short, but I would like my setup. Which again, of course, if you guys know, A, B, C, trap trade to the downside. This is my setup that I would like in terms of reversals. All right, if we don't get to 200 likes, I'm gonna end this stream around 12. My pandas. My pandas. Actually, it does look pretty bullish here with a Pikachu trade here. I just, in my mind, it's hard to go long here. I really feel like we're in our market cycle. I believe our market cycle is trading range, and I cannot go long here thinking that this is going to be a bull trend. But, I mean, in my opinion, break a trend to new high. This is where we typically look for a trap trade. But I understand if you go long here, I completely understand it. But in my opinion, I'm not sure even how bullish this bar is going to be, but on the 5-minute, also creating a trap as well. The 5-minute has a trap here to the long side, and break a trend to new high. Unsure what's going to happen here. We could have a breakout, but I just don't know if the breakout is going to happen. I don't feel confident with breakouts right now. Let's just say that. But the 5-minute also has a trap in the exact same spot. The 5-minute has a trap in the exact same spot the 2K has a trap currently. Ninja says I can refresh. Ninja, make sure you refresh your chart. If you go right click, there's a reload all historical data option. Click that and see if it changes it. I just did that mine. I actually didn't do mine this morning, so. But no one was complaining, so I didn't think there was an issue. Power Trader says there's only 145 viewing. How are we gonna make 200 likes? Exactly my point. Oof. The trap triggers on the 5-minute. Sorry, Pandas, I'm reloading my historical, but the trap does trigger on the 5-minute. This second entry long does trigger. A, B, C, the most disgusting signal bar though. And if you're gonna take that, you're a wild man. Thoughts and prayers to you. But the trap does trigger on the 5-minute. Pretty bullish looking price action. We're right into some resistance here. And this choppiness here, I really just wouldn't be surprised if we come right back into this blue box here. Just because we've been so choppy for all day. Just don't think the price act. I think the market cycle we are in is a trading range market cycle. I'm actually interested in going short here if this trap fails. Well, yeah, Power Trader says, we only have 140 some viewers. How are we going to get 200 likes? And that's exactly my point. Why would I really extend my trading session, live trading session, to another hour if I don't even have enough viewers? So that's exactly my point. But if you guys can push it up to 200 likes, we might get more viewers. If we get more viewers, then, you know, more incentive to stream. I'm going to take this short, Pandas. Taking this short here. I'm going to see if I can get a runner here. And I'm going to just take the stop loss if it breaks above. And it's a simple trade. Very simple trade. No scaling in. I'm just going to take the stop loss here. And I'm going to try to get a runner here because I see that we are probably at the top of the trading range. And, you know, if we have a failed trap on the top of the trading range. So I'm going to take this and take it simple. I'll just take the loss if I take the loss. It is what it is, but we basically had a failed trap, top of a trading range, on the trading range market cycle, and I'm just thinking this is the place where you take the swing trade. Hopefully I can get a runner here if I do get it, but you know, I would have liked it if this trap was below the 20 EMA. Right now the trap is way above the 20 EMA. There's enough room to the 20 EMA, but you know, this could bite me in the butt, but it's all good, Pandas. It's okay. For me, the risk of the possible reward here is worth it, right? You have a small risk, right? Less than 3 points, or 2.5 points, and you have potential for a really big runner here. and you can get a nice runner here, back to the bottom, back into this trading range, back into the trading range on the 5-minute. Right, this we can come back to the bottom here on the 5-minute, and that could be a possibility here. With just a small little 2.5 point risk, we can have potentially a big runner here. So in my opinion, it's worth it, right? With that failed trap at the top of the trading range. First, we need to worry about our scalp. I may let the runner marinate a little bit. I may let it marinate for 1 bar. For the potential of the swing trade here. We hit a perfect scalp here, pandas. Bounces right off of it. That's not what you want to see. Perfect scalp. It might trap on the other way up. Sitting on my pause. Right, hits the 20 MA perfectly here. Sitting on my pause, waiting for my scalp. I'm gonna sit on my pause. I don't mind if I lose this. Completely okay with it. I just don't think we have the juice to push higher. I just don't think we do. Just from all the price action we've been seeing, I just think, you know, we're not in a trending day today. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Of course I could be wrong, but from the price action, what I've seen so far, I'm not convinced of a strong bull trend, bear trend day today. But it doesn't look good for me right now, pandas. It looks like it wants to trap out this trap. Trap, trap, trap. 3 traps in a row potentially. But of course, I don't mind losing this, right? 2.5 points. It does trap again here, pandas. Trap, trap, trap. Is this trap gonna trap? We shall see. It tickles my target exactly. Now, if this actually goes up, we might be in a bull trend day today because that's unusual, right? This is kind of where you want to find your trap trade here. Just sitting on my pause. Completely okay losing 250 or whatever I'm going to lose here if it does trap me out. Just watching. Just watching. If it traps again here, that is wild. Right now it's in a perfect scalp, and if it reverses again, that's another trap. That's a trap, 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 trap. 4 traps in a row. Man, oh man, we are choppy. And this is why I'm not believing in any breakouts, because all these traps. And you know, the smart thing to do actually is to scale in if this does go higher, because of how choppy you are. You're just not thinking the bull trend is going to really go that far. And if it does, you know, most likely it will come back in reverse. But pandas, I mean, if I lose this, I lose it, and it's all good. Move on to the next trade. Just watching here though. It looks like I'm gonna get stopped out, pandas. It's all good, pandas. $2.5 points, 250. Yeah. Hope my reasoning makes sense here. That failed trap with that good signal bar made me think we could have a nice swing trade here. And that could have been a nice runner back to the bottom here. And I just didn't think we had the juice to really make a strong bull trend. And I mean, above the 20 MA, could have waited. I could have waited for a better setup. Like, I could have waited for my second entry short to trigger under the 20 MA. But I actually entered it above the 20 MA, and that could be the thing that like really got me, and it is what it is. But for me, it was more for the sake of the fact that we could have had a really big swing runner here, and even though I lost that, it's completely okay because the next time I take that, you know, I'm not gonna lose it, and it's gonna give me a big swing. And this could be the scale-in trade here, right? This could be like the one that actually makes it. Right? Fails again, 3 hits. And it could reverse here, and it could just literally stop me out by 1 tick and finally make its move after it stops me out. But it's all good, pandas. I mean, 2 contracts. Completely fine with that. Simple trade. I'm almost tempted to enter this short again, pandas. I'm actually almost tempted to enter this short again, and that's how crazy I feel right now. But just for the fact that this could be a really big swing trade, but I already got bit, and so I'm not gonna enter short here. I don't want to get bit twice on the same trade. This could be a wedge top. Still small little wedge. Could be a wedge top here. Could trap again. This is unusual price action now. If we trap here to break higher, you know, we could be changing our market cycle. We could possibly change our market cycle here. But yeah, I'm trying to trade the failed breakout here, and got bit. Got bit by 1 tick. Sitting on my paws. This traps again to the long side. Very unusual now, right? In terms of fading a breakout. Where we should be fading here, but rather the bulls keep pushing higher, and this is actually turning to a small pullback bull trend. Right? 1, 2, 3 traps in a row here. Actually, 1, 2, 3. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 traps currently happening right now. But 3 traps in a row. 5 traps in the last 6 reversals. Is this trap going to fail as well? Man, if this trap fails, I actually want to try to go short again, pandas. I actually want to try to go short again. This trap fails, I actually want to go short again. If this trap fails, I may want to fade this again. And then if I get hit, I'm going to just call it for the day. Trading only 2 contracts. I'm gonna fade this as well, and I'm gonna get 2. I'm looking for 2.5 points for the trade I lost here. I'm gonna look for 2.5 points on this trade, on the core position, and run the rest. But I would like a decent signal bar if I'm to go short here. 1, 2, 3, 4 attempts to break out, failing to do so at the top of the trading range. Looking to fade this once again, and if it hits me again, then I will call it that. It is what it is. But 1, 2, 3, 4 failed attempts with 4 traps to the upside. Something's going on here. Small risk here. Timing it perfectly here in this trade. This is 2 points. Looking for 2.5 points on the main core position. And if I lose this, it is what it is. I might call it a day here, pandas. If I lose this, it's just too many failures to break out, in my opinion. What's less than a 2-point risk right now? But another failure, right? Another trap failure here. I might get bid again here. Trying to reverse this breakout. It looks like it's going to stop me out here, pandas. Yeah, I thought that was going to stop me out for certain. I was like, I'm getting stopped out immediately. And I don't know what it's doing now. All I know is I'm willing to lose less than $200 here on this trade. I'm completely okay with that. Uncertain what's really happening here. It keeps trying to push up, but gets smacked right back down on yesterday's high. Keeps getting hit there and just reversing. It's happened multiple times here. Every single time it comes up, gets smacked back down. Just sitting on my pause here. Actually makes an outside bar right here. Just watching. Again, completely okay losing this if I lose it. And then we call it a day, pandas. We call it a day. Not the best bar you want to see if you're short, right? It has a green body, but could be worse. Could be worse. Still in this trade though. This choppiness to more choppiness is just driving me crazy right now. It's no good price action really, in my opinion. It's just one of those days, and yeah. I mean, had 2 wins on the stream, had 1 loss so far, and maybe having another loss. So on stream might be 2 and 2. But it's just, we will wait to find out. It's a very small risk trade here for a potential large swing. And again, micro double top, multiple failures on the top of a trading range type day. So it makes sense to try to fade this, and you know, it is what it is. Looking for 2.5 points on my main position here. And then I will look for the rest to swing down, probably to the bottom of the 5-minute, this 5-minute range here. I could technically scalp out right here, but I want my 2.5 points on my main portion of my scalp here. I want those 2.5 points. The reason why I want 2.5 points here, and the reason why I'm going to swing this for 2.5 points is because I already took 1 swing at it here and I lost. And so if you take another swing at it again, you basically have to make up for that loss. The reason why I'm saying that is because if you are, it's not because I want to just make up for the loss. It's because if you're going to swing trade, you got to make the swing trade worth your risk here. And so that's why I'm trying to swing this. But you know, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and again, it's all good. I could actually already scalp out here and have a runner, but on my core position, I'm actually waiting for 2.5 points. And this should take me to the end of my stream. Again, I'm okay losing 2.5 points here. And this is the reason why I didn't move my stop loss. It's because it would have stopped you out right there. And you have to be willing to hold this swing. Even if it comes back up to your stop loss, you have to be willing to hold it. If you are basically gonna move your stop loss, then you basically never really intended to have this true as your stop loss. But because of the potential of the swing trade here, I'm gonna hold this. I'm gonna hold this for the 2.5 points on the core, and then I'm gonna try to swing the rest to the bottom of the 5-minute range of this blue box. This blue box to me is still valid. Actually, there's actually a trading range on the 5-minute with this green on the trading range indicator as well. Just waiting for my scalp to finish here. Sitting patiently, waiting patiently. Just watching. And honestly, no stress. Calm, cool, collected, because I'm okay losing 2.5 points regardless, right? I think this is worth the risk reward. And it's not a bad risk reward, right? I'm getting For my risk, you know, I'm getting more. It's a little bit more than my risk here. So my core position is about to scalp out here. Core position scalped out. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. And looking for a swing now. And let's see if we can get it, Pandas. 5 minute. Actually, we'll just come back to the bottom of the trading range by the trading range indicator on the 5 minute. Trading range indicator marking the top of the trading range on the 5 minute, and hopefully we can get it down to here before it stops me out. And so for those who like entered this trade and scalped out 1 point and moved their stop loss, right, break even +1, you actually got stopped. Your runner actually got stopped out right there with this candle. For me, I'm actually able to get my 2.5 points and then have a little bit more room for my runner. But we shall see. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if my runner gets stopped out. It is what it is, and it happens all the time. Especially on days like this where it's like very choppy. Like, you might not get really any runners today. In fact, because of that reason, I may should just scout out my entire position, but for the sake of the runner, let's see what happens. It looks like it wants to stop me out. But who knows, Pandas? It might stop me out, it might not, and that's the beauty of the runner. You know, it's like free money in a sense. You know, I'm completely okay. This runner gets stopped out. Could care less. Could really care less. I'll like it to really make a big move down, but no sweat over it. Just watching. Let's see how generous the market will be today for us. Like I said, the 5 minute, I'm looking at the trading range on the 5 minute, top of the trading range, looking to get to the bottom of the trading range on the 5 minute. Let's just look at the 5 minute chart since I'm actually using the 5 minute basically as my trading range. And you can kind of see it right on the 5 minute. This trap does fail on the 5 minute and reverses on the top of the trading range. And my current position is actually above the break-even +1 on the 5 minute. And so gives me actually a little bit more room for the break-even +1 on the 5 minute, which is nice to know, right? Because if you come out break-even +1, like let's say if traders see this move and they're like, oh, I want to go short now, they're going to put their stop entry at this low here. And so that gives me some buffer. It gives me a little bit of support, very little support here. And I actually have a 2-tick buffer even for my break-even +1 on the 5 minute. So looking to get to the bottom of the trading range in 5 minute if possible. But with today's choppy market, I really don't think my runners can go very far, to be honest. But if it goes far or not, doesn't really matter. I will basically manage it the same way I will manage any other runner. I'll just have it here and see what the market gives us. Runner got stopped out. All good though, Panis. All good. We're basically back to 5K where I was in the beginning of the stream. And with that trade, pandas, I'm going to call it a day. Thank you for joining the stream. And it's sad that we actually have to go into the weekend. I actually don't like the weekends because that means I don't get to trade with you guys. But pandas, I'll see you guys bright and early Monday. TGIM, can't wait till Monday. Mike V asks, what is a runner? Can someone explain it to him? Basically, a runner is when you have a trade and you know, you have, let's say, 3 contracts. 2 contracts you scalp out, and 1 contract you have as like a runner. And once you scalp out, you move your break even to +1, right? You move your stop loss to break even. And so that means that no matter what, you'll make money on your runner. It's just how, depends on how much money you want to make on it at that point. Pandas, I'll see you guys bright and early Monday, and I hope you guys are there. Anyone continue trading today, trade safe, and I'll see you guys bright and early Monday. As always, happy trading, and God bless.